Great to see you,
Good to
and
see you.
great to see you in this film. And I have to know right off the bat, now, do you have a fear of heights?
I do not have a fear of heights, no.
So was there any initiation that even though you didn't really have any scenes out on the ledge, did they make everybody go out and try it?
Like you, on my first day, the stunt guy said, hey, do you want to go out and test this out? So threw the harness on, went out there, absolutely terrifying. But also, you knew it was safe. But I'm happy that I did not have to do any acting out there.
Got to do the inside stuff.
I got to be, on the safe ground or whatever, on the solid ground.
And you had some good acting partners in this film. First of all, let's talk about Elizabeth Banks, because most of your stuff is with her. How'd you like working with her?
Elizabeth and I hit it off from the very first moment. Got along great as friends, and then, when we had our first scene together, it was clear like there was good chemistry. And, luckily for me, the producers and the director liked what we were doing and ended up sort of giving us additional scenes as the shoot went on.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah, that was great. And then I guess, I had a couple of scenes with Sam, who was great. A couple of scenes with Anthony, who's terrific. So it's, it's great when you can show up for work and everybody's cool and you've got this great ensemble. I didn't get to work with Ed or Kira, but also, just incredible actors.
What were your impressions of Sam Worthington?
I like Sam a lot, and I like what he's doing. You look at the blessing he's got to have these two monster franchises with Avatar and Titans, and then recognizing, all right, so I have that as my safety net, and now I want to go do some other interesting parts. And you look at that resume, and it's really, I think it's real smart what he's doing.
Yeah, we of course, seen you in so many movies, but you are such an amazing, talented director. And I always wonder if your director instincts always kick in when you're not directing a film.
No, I always, I know that when I'm there as an actor, that is what my job is, and it's actually quite honestly a pleasure not to have to wear that hat and be thinking about those things. That said, you're always keeping your eyes open to see if there's something you might learn, or in this case, it was funny. I was about to start shooting, about to start shooting my next film, which is called Newlyweds. Mm-hmm. And there's a young actor who has a small part in Man on a Ledge. He's one of the uniformed cops. He's got like 3 lines. But I just kind of liked his quality. His name is John Solo, and I ended up casting him in a much bigger part in one of my films from working with him in this film. So certainly my director's hat was on that day.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I know you're platforming Newlyweds, like in the States. It's just coming out. Is it coming to Canada? Are we going to see it?
Right now it's on iTunes in Canada. It's coming to VOD, and theatrical. We're sort of testing the waters, and we're going to go slowly. And theatrical for these smaller movies is tricky business these days.
I think that's cool what you're doing with the iTunes stuff.
Yeah.
Has that been beneficial for you?
It has completely changed the game for us. Yeah. Now, I can talk to you. And instead of, folks up in Toronto having to wait the 8 weeks for the film to show up theatrically with little or no advertising, they hear you talk about it, they go onto iTunes, they rent it right then and there. And financially, it's hard to make a living making independent films. Yeah. But now we're seeing that by having the film out on digitally, you're in 45, 55 million homes. We're making money again, and that's exciting. And now you can continue to make your films, which is what the goal is. Yeah.
I'm wondering, when you started in the business, whether you wanted, when you acted or directed, was there a movie that impacted you, Ed, that said, "Wow, this is what I want to do for a living"?
When I was a kid, still in film school and coming out of film school, and first of all, I'm a Woody Allen nut, and Woody has been the great inspiration, and it's why I make small walk and talk comedy dramas. That is the initial inspiration. But, I was lucky in that in the early 90s, there was this wave of these micro-budgeted indies like Whit Stillman's Metropolitan, and Hal Hartley had a movie called Trust and the Unbelievable Truth. Rick Linklater had Slacker. Rodriguez had El Mariachi. And all Spike, She's Gotta Have It. You had all these films that were made by nobodies, that had unknown casts, that were getting theatrical distribution, and guys were getting careers. And I looked at that moment and I was like, all right, I know what I want to do. I'm going to stop sending my scripts to Hollywood hoping someone's going to cut me a check for $5 million. I'll scrounge together 25,000 and make one myself, and that was McMullen, and so those guys paved the way.
Well, I loved that movie. I remember talking to you for that.
We're doing the sequel.
Good. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, if you need a PA or something, call me.
Oh,
I'll
really?
work for
All right, cool.
free. Are you kidding? And I look forward to seeing you on the new HBO series 40. That's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great.
Yeah,
it's
good
going to be
stuff.
great. We're going to see Doug tonight, and we're going to.
Oh, I can't wait. Entourage done? Now I'm waiting for this.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, cool.
Good stuff. Congratulations on this and everything, and always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you, Ed.
Good to see you again.